Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start using the MUDMASKY Facial Detox Mask. And this is my #1 face mask. I love to use this before I apply foundation. It makes my skin look super tight and bright, and I just feel like my foundation applies better. So I'm going to start using this mask, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to let it stay for 5 minutes on my skin. And then I'm going to remove it with some cold water, and cold water will really tighten your skin even more, and it will tighten your pores as well. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to apply some lip balm. My lips are super dry, and I really like to use this lip balm. It's super hydrating. So I'm going to let it stay for 5 minutes until it looks like this. It's completely dried. And then I'm going to apply some moisturizing, and I like to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Mine is almost empty, unfortunately, and it's quite expensive. I always hate to buy skincare because it's so freaking expensive, but I really like this face cream, so I definitely want to try it again. So today I'm going to try the Dermacool foundation. It's not like the first time I'm trying this. I have been testing it out for the last 2 weeks, and I absolutely love this foundation. It's super high coverage, and it's especially very nice for dry skin. I mean, we have a lot of nice foundations that are full coverage for oily skin, but this one is super nice for if you have dry skin because it is sort of dewy. I can't really explain the texture. It's very thick and it's almost like a thick cream or something, but the finish is so gorgeous. But I have combination skin and it will get shiny through the day, so I feel like this is a perfect foundation for if you have dry skin. So for my concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium. My all-time favorite concealer. I don't feel like there is any concealer that can beat this one. This one is super amazing, high coverage, and I feel like it melts super pretty with any foundation. And the beauty blender that I'm using is by Sigma. I was trying it out for the first time and it's really nice. I will put it out in the description bar. And I'm going to use this contour palette by The Balm, and I'm going to mix 2 shades together, the yellow one and the pinky one. And I'm going to use these powders to set all the concealer in place. So when I'm done with that, I'm going in with the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and I'm going to use this to prime my eyelids. So I'm just going to use my fingers. I also like to use a kabuki brush by Sigma. They have these sort of tiny kabuki brushes which are really nice for applying this. But yeah, I mean, using your fingers is just as easy. And when I'm done with applying that, I'm going to quickly set it with that same powder by The Balm Cosmetics so it doesn't move. And I'm going to use this new powder which I got in the mail, which is also by The Balm Cosmetics. It's like a foundation powder. It's super full coverage and I like a full coverage face. So I'm going to set my whole face using this, and it will leave me with a flawless matte finish. Since the foundation is quite dewy, this is a perfect match since the powder is a bit more dry. And for my brows, I'm going to use this Jonte Blue brow pencil, and I'm just going to quickly fill them in. It was also the first time trying out this product. I feel like I'm using a lot of new products in this video. But yeah, I don't want to use all the same products over and over again. So now to make my brow look very sharp, I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. I also use this in all my videos. Sometimes it feels boring to use the same products over and over again. But at the same time, yeah, if you like a product, why not use it every time? I mean, these are just really nice products. So when I'm done with applying the concealer underneath the eyes, I'm going in with the brow gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm using the shade Chocolate. I really like how it makes my hairs look darker. Since I have black hair, it's not my natural color, but I love that the brow gel makes my natural hair match with my hair. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm done with the face for now, and I'm going to the eyes. And I'm going to use this NYX palette, and I'm going to use this bronzy shade. This one is more meant for the face, but I'm going to use this as my transition shade. And I'm just going to blend this all over in the crease. I started with a tiny amount of product on my brush because it's a little bit darker than the transition shades that I normally use for my crease. So I'm just going to slowly build it up by first applying a tiny amount on my blending brush and then going back in with more and more product to build it up and make it darker. Now I'm going in with this dark brown shade, which has a sort of reddish undertone, a very gorgeous shade. And I'm going to use a flat blending brush, and I'm first going to press this in my outer V, just to back on that eyeshadow shade. And then I'm going to blend this towards my crease. And this shade is quite dark, so it gave me a sort of hard time to blend this out. But I just kept blending and blending, and I also applied a tiny more of that product, which made it more easy to blend it out. And if you want, you can also go back in with that bronzy shade and just make sure that you blend everything together until you are satisfied with how the blending looks. Now I'm going in with this light shade, and it's matte, and I'm going to apply this for underneath the brow bone. And I'm also going slightly towards my crease to make the shade underneath the brow melt into the eyeshadow shades in my crease. And then I'm going to apply this in my inner corners as well. Now I'm going in with this bronzy shade, which is one of the favorite shades in this palette. And I'm going to apply this on the eyelid, and I'm using my MAC 242 brush to apply this, my number one brush for applying shades on the eyelid. And I did make my brush a little bit wet using some NYX setting spray to make it more intense, and it just gives it more of a metallic finish, which I really like. And now I'm going in with this dark brown shade, which also has a sort of metallic finish, just like the shade I applied before this. And I'm going to apply this at the other side of my eyelid, also slightly on top of the bronzy shade, just to make sure that everything melts together. Now I'm going back in with the matte brown reddish shade, and I'm going to apply this underneath the lower lash line. And first I'm mainly focusing in the outer V, and I'm just going to blend my brush back and forth. And I'm trying to connect the lower lash line with the shades in the crease. Now I'm going back in with that pretty light bronzy shade, and I'm going to apply a tiny amount underneath the lower lash line. And I'm not going all the way to the inner corner, I just keep it like in the inner part, or the beginning underneath the lower lash line. Now for in the waterline, I'm going to use the MAC Fascinating White Eye Pencil. And I have said in one of my older videos, like, you can use any white eye pencil that you have. But I do have to say that I do notice a sort of difference between the Essence white eye pencil, for example, or the MAC one. The MAC one is slightly more dry, which I feel like makes it stay better in the waterline. So yes, there is a difference, but if you know any low budget eye pencil, then let me know in the comments. So now I'm going to use the Jonto Blue Smudge Proof Long Lasting Liquid Liner, and I'm going to apply a line above the lash line. And I'm not going to create a cat wing or anything today, I'm just going to keep it simple by only applying a line above the lash line. So for now I'm done with the eyes, and the lashes that I'm wearing are a new lash style which will launch next week on my website ENRICHED.com, but I will link everything down in the description bar. So now for my face, I'm going back in with that NYX palette, and I'm going to use that bronzy shade to apply this on my cheekbones and really carve them out, and also bronze my cheekbones and my forehead. Now for my blush, I'm going to use the Sweet Cheeks palette by NYX, and I'm going to mix two shades together. And I'm going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm also blending this towards my bronzer to make it melt into each other. Now for my highlights, I'm going to use the goldish shimmery shade from the NYX palette, and I'm just going to highlight with this shade, and it's so pretty. I feel like it melts very nice into my skin, and I just kept applying layers to make it look very pretty and intense. Now for my lips, I'm going to use this new liquid lipstick shade by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's so gorgeous. And yes, I'm just going to apply this on the lips, and I'm also going to slightly overdraw my upper lip because I just feel like it looks better. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks, I'm not sure if they are going to do this with all the liquid lipsticks, but this one has a new applicator, and I feel like it applies the liquid lipsticks much easier, so that's really nice. Now to finish the whole look, I'm going in with the Matte Finish Spray by NYX, and just to make sure that everything stays in place. And yes, this is also already the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or what you want to see for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you did enjoy, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys!